Let's do it. Hangman. Let's crack the books. Have a little fun with Hangman. This finishes up my 22 major arcana. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. I still got a couple nines to do and a couple tens to complete the 78. So I may continue to just finish it up. Just finish it up right here. Long overdue. And it's a nice playlist that I put together for the collective, and it's viewed too. It's viewed regularly every day, so that's really nice that some people out there actually enjoying it. Let's rock and roll. Hangman time, picture time. Oh my, Mr. Chiro Marchetti's Hangman. A nice print of all of his or many of his Hangman characters, and Hangman, it's a major arcana, so Hangman is a spiritual experience. Sometimes it's God or Source that comes in here and gets us stuck for a minute so that we can take a minute to look around at things in a different perspective. That's why Hangman is upside down. I always like to say that Hangman, he's not tormented in any way, shape, or form. I mean, you can look at this character right there. They're not tormented. They're not tormented in any way, shape, or form. Because, well, they're not hung by their neck. They're hung by their foot. And it's just so that they can get another look. Yeah, but you can see right there, none of these pictures of Hangman ever really look tormented. This is the Shadowscapes, a large picture of the Shadowscapes. Hangman, and again, he doesn't, or she doesn't, but I assume this is a male here. Some say hang woman, some say hang person. Um, Traditionally, it's called hangman. But you can see the little sprites and the little fairies flying around them. And it always has the ankh in many of them as well, the symbol of life. It's a beautiful, I love Shadowscapes. Let's set it up right here. All my stuff. We need so much stuff, don't we? But that's nice right there as we talk about Hangman tonight. And let's do that. I got a stack of major arcana here this evening. Let me see. Where's Hangman right? I'm gonna play with this tonight. This is the Lover's Tarot. Let me see. Where's Hangman in this? There he is. Beautiful, beautiful classic Hangman right there with the illumination around the character's head as they're hanging in the tree. It is a card of Dark Night of the Soul as well. You can see it's pretty. It's not real dark around him, but there's not a lot going on around this particular Hangman. He's just suspended in the tree, taking a good look at what the hell is going on around him in a different perspective. This is the Starman, Hangman. And I always like this one, because of the lightning bolt. I always see this Hangman is coming out of the tree, God coming in here and blasting him out of the tree. I like it. It kind of looks like the Fool, too. I know you really can't see him, but it definitely looks like the Fool in this deck. And Hangman traditionally always has his legs crossed as well in the figure 4 position. This is a universal rider weight, universal, very classic Hangman as well. The illumination, not tormented. This is the Vertigo. Unfortunately, it's out of print. I wish that they would reprint a lot of these. because this thing's almost too damn valuable to play with, but that don't matter to me. I love it. And anyway, Hangman from the Vertigo. This is Hangman from what I just call it my pencil sketching, but I really like it. It's got a little story in its own right. He's got a derby hat and an umbrella in the hangman's tree. And who the hell are those two people staring at him in the hangman's tree? I love it when people think that they have you stuck in the hangman's tree, but that guy's coming out. This is a thorough wisdom. I think this is what this is called. Another indie deck, rather pricey, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Um, Eternal Vision. I don't know. One day I'll learn all the names of them. I just know the pictures. This is the Fairy Tarot. I like this hangman right here. Damn it. Damn it, man. My little fairy, man. His wings are all tattered. And there's a damn snake in his hand right there. And there's money scattered all over. A lot of times Hangman has money coming out of their pockets, you know. Um, and this broken knife over here with this Hangman. You know, you kind of feel for this little fairy. You're like, oh, damn it, man. Oh, that's a money bag in his hand. You know, all the coins came out over here. But, you know, the pool of reflection is right there as well. You can kind of see his cap in it. This is Hangman from Art Nouveau. It's very interesting. Hangman as well. Because all the swords down there at the bottom of the hangman. Kind of, well, I can't say he doesn't look tormented. This guy kind of looks tormented. I don't know. I don't know. Especially with those swords. But that's the fun with different tarot decks. They have different stories. This is from the Dragons Tarot. Um, and who's this little leopard right here? You know, somebody's trying to chill and just take a break. And this little leopard seems to be messing with them right there. So I always throw that into the story too when I read with that deck. Is the Visconti old stuff. See the coins once again. Hangman, coins falling out. This is a very interesting hangman. This is from Tarot Apocalyptus, the old Native American hangman, where, well, I don't know, they would pierce the skin. I assume it looks pierced to me up there, maybe underneath the shoulder blades right there, and hang him in a damn tree till they got the vision. Yeah, you're gonna hang there until you get the. They always got the vision. Okay, I watch the movies. They always got the vision. You know, damn it. Yeah, about 3 minutes, I'd be like, I got the vision. I got the vision. I got the vision. I got the answer. God has spoken to me. Get this shit off of me. Anyway, this is fun too. This is the fantastic miniaturette. And they got the little violin, you know, singing the blues. Because, you know, it can be a little dark night of the soul. I think, you know, that's the name of this card for many people is Dark Night of the Soul. And, you know, they got the violin in their hand right there. What else we got right here? Oh, Tarot Illuminati, classic Tarot Illuminati. I like this, all the illumination up there. I like it too. It's up this way. It definitely is a different perspective of Hangman, but I was seeing it as source coming in, all that light coming in. Definitely the dark night of the soul is represented with this as well. Um, nice representation of Hangman. This is a very interesting one. This is Tarot of Prague. Just a gorgeous deck. I'm not really sure about this Hangman. I've always kind of been stuck myself when this Hangman comes out because he doesn't have the crossed legs. You know, he kind of looks like a genie or something hanging upside down. I'm not sure, but again, you know, when you turn him right side up, I mean, that's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a genie. Anyway, that one's been a little interesting for me. I love this one. This is from Mythical Creatures. These are Bubba Studios, oversized decks and all that. A gorgeous, gorgeous hangman um, in the tree. Because the hangman's tree, if you ask me, is the tree of life, because it's a major arcana. So if you're in the hangman's tree, you won't be there very long. You won't be there very long. We come out of it. That we do. Let's do it. Let's crack the books, and then we're going to play some tarot tonight, all signs. These big, beautiful major arcana. Let's crack the books. Same books I've been teaching out of for a couple of years now. A poem by Kim Huggins from the Tarot Apocalyptus. Comes with the kit. Tarot Fundamentals. Los Cabero. Trilogy of books. There's 3 of them. There's a blue one. There's a red one, and there's a green one. If you want one of these, you might still be able to get one. Last I looked, they were limited anymore. The Magical Course in Tarot by Michelle Morgan has beautiful, beautiful descriptions in it. And I do believe, yeah, that's what we're going with. That's what we got. Let's start with some descriptions right here from Tarot Fundamentals. Hangman. Hangman. There he is, Hangman. The hangman expresses the moment of difficulty, pain, and the inability to act. The difficulty of action is temporary. The hangman seems to have offered himself up for testing voluntarily, and hangman can be about self-sacrifice as well, too, right? Through this card, sacrifice leads to growth, progress, and understanding. His folded, crossed legs are a reference to the crucifixion and martyrdom. It is a Jesus card right here. This is the first card in the major arcana sequence that references suffering, but the discomfort is a necessary step for growth and evolution. The hangman represents a tradition or the transition from one state of consciousness to another. He hangs between 2 different levels of awareness. The hangman is symbolic of a change of perspective and the ability to look at different points of view. When the hangman speaks to you, he says, I come alive when you approach the world from a new point of view and see it with a new set of eyes. I am what comes from the sacrifice of oneself. What happens when we push ourselves past comfortable limits. Although I am not always a comfortable space to inhabit, I am essential to your growth. You should not dwell in my space for too long, lest you become static and stuck. Check in with me on a regular basis. I'll renew all your perspectives. Okay, man. So that's an invite from the hangman to come hang out with him anytime you'd like. That's funny. All right, let's see what Michelle Morgan says about Hangman. Hangman is Neptune, that old watery planet of water and depth. Neptune is the astrological alignment with this. Pisces goes along with that. Like I said, the name of this is, Dark Night of the Soul. When I put it right here, love and relationships may mean a break or a temporary separation so that both can access what they want from each other and the relationship. Let's see, Michelle wrote here. The hangman is a symbol of release. Here is an opportunity to change our perspective, to view the world through different eyes. This card indicates a time of waiting, of sacrificing yourself to a higher purpose. Just as a caterpillar waits in its cocoon, surrendering to the natural process of transformation and change, release only comes when the change is complete. When the watercolor wings split their silken cage and the caterpillar emerges the world from its brand new disposition. Acceptance, enlightenment, inspiration, wisdom, surrender to the process, and learning to fly. I love it. I love it. We all know Hangman. We all know Hangman. All right, let's take a look right here. If Hangman comes out on your tarot table in the upright position, traditional interpretation of the hangman and the upright on your tarot table, necessary moment of pause, a new vision of yourself and the world. The time has come for self-sacrifice, pause, limbo, stasis, visions of wonder, surrender to a situation, waiting for the moment to act, rite of passage. Let's see what Kim Huggins says. She's got some stuff in here. Traditional interpretation in the upright, hangman. Surrender, letting go, giving in, sacrifice, turning inwards, seeing things from a different angle, a pause in activity or a plateau, serenity, suffering for a reason, seeing the bigger picture, giving into your higher self, the dark night of the soul, descent into the underworld, staring into the abyss. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Oh, my book. Let's see what I got in here. See what I got in here for Hangman. In the upright. Sacrifice and offering, learning what one values by being forced to give something up, letting go and giving to a higher power, suspension of activity, achieving mystical awareness through spiritual isolation or suffering, a time of difficulty and an ordeal resulting in increased understanding, seeing things from a different perspective, which is normally what we all shout out when Hangman comes out. It's all summed up in that right there. All right, a couple of traditional interpretations if it shows up in your tarot table in the reversed. Sudden burst of action, aha moment, change in direction, flash of brilliance, struggling in a fruitless situation, an excellent decision, moving forward with speed, being willing to give something up or make a sacrifice, being able to see one's way through suffering, being forced into an ordeal unwillingly, the world being turned upside down. Oh, damn. Hell, we might all be able to relate with that right now. Anyway, nice traditional interpretations of the hangman. Straight up or reversed? Let me see. We are up to keywords and buzzwords. Nice thing about the video, you can pause it when you break your journal out. You got a little time. You can scribble. You can put these words scribble. You can put these words in your journal. Let me see. Inversion, reversals, insight, halt, meditation, sacrifice, gestation, fetus, delay, suspension, rest, limbo, surrendering, passivity, acceptance, contemplation, waiting, detachment, idealism, transition, disinterest, utopia, punishment. Let me see what I got in my book right here. Some of my buzzwords. Surrender, pause, thinking, reflecting, descent. Well, it's Neptune, the god of the sea, serenity, inner harmony, Mardism, giving up, inaction, standstill, restriction, spiritual limbo. All right. I do believe we are up to Kim Huggins' poem. Let's see. These are fun. These are like the tarot card speaking to us right here. Kim Huggins. Hangman. Excuse me. Number 12, the hangman, the dark night of the soul. They called me a traitor, but in turn betrayed me. And it is not my reward to find my soul at liberty among the stars of heaven. I must let every part of me fall away, leaving only that which remains to peer, naked, into the darkness of the abyss beneath me. Into the dark night of my soul I descend, into the absence of love and light. But what is it that remains? Only that which can be suspended between the past and the future, the heavens and the earth. This is the path of the winding stairs, descending, the footsteps going down, down, down. This is the path of sacrifice, and few will walk it willingly. This is the necessary surrender of letting go and giving up, not because all is lost or hope is gone, but for the very reason of hope. When you can surrender yourself entirely, you will know what it is to be part of a plan, a tiny piece in the greater good, and to be connected to your higher self. Do not struggle, do not protest, but find serenity and peace in your surrender. There is always a higher purpose to all things, even your pain and the darkness in which your soul walks. All it takes is for you to turn the world on its head and see it from a different angle. Do not struggle. 12, the hangman, dark night of the soul. Wow, love it. All right. Found a hangman. We're gonna put that together. All right. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Loved it. Powerful.